What did Gary, Indiana do to anybody, right? All we've ever done is mind our business and hustle and survive. We come from a lineage of Black academia, Black political progress, Black leadership, Black entertainment, right? We move in a way where we feel like if we survive Gary, we can survive the world, right? That's why so many people from Gary in high profile positions all over the world, because I guess from the 30s, 40s until probably the 2010s, the Gary public school system was one of the best in America, right? I wouldn't trade my Gary public school education for an Indianapolis or a New York City private school education, because culturally, what I deemed from having so many Black teachers and Black principals, seeing everybody in the school be Black gave me a sense of cultural identity that nowhere else could have gave me. Now, I'm sure it's populous in other places, Atlanta, Baltimore, Memphis, Mississippi, maybe, that may agree with me. But to be Chicago, you know what I'm saying? But to be Detroit, to be tucked away in Gary, Indiana, minding your business, right? And to be in a city that was deemed up and coming, right? Gary was on an extremely high trajectory. Gary was where all the business was, all the entertainment was. It was beautiful shorelines. It was where people came to have a good time, right? It was where the Democratic National Convention was in 1968 at Westside High School, at my old high school. To come from such a legacy, all we want to do is thrive and survive. We witnessed the closings of the steel mill. We witnessed the crack being brought to our cities. We witnessed some of our older OGs start getting hooked on drugs when not being able to get a simple job and go to the mill. See, when I was young, guys like my brother's age, rest in peace to my brother Carl, could graduate high school, get a job in the mill, and have a house and a car in 1 year. That's how sustainable the mill was to the economy. So once those jobs went overseas during the Reagan era, and then the drugs came also during the Reagan era, I saw the collapse, and I saw the violence increase, and I saw the gangs increase. But what I didn't see decrease was the amount of passion that the teachers put in the kids, especially kids like me. You know, I was honored to have a speech teacher named Ms. Peterson that used to always make sure I walked with my head up and make sure I spoke articulately at all times, and I used my voice to have a commanding presence. I was blessed to have teachers like Roosevelt Pulliam, Chief Pulliam, who would let me organize school talent shows and set up the lineups, coordinate the lineups, and I would run the sound, and I would also perform. You know, I would see who go first, second. You know, I would MC shows and get the crowd hyped. All that built character and confidence in me, and he never took that intellectual space away from me because I had behavior issues. Man, if I was in Indianapolis, man, them folks would try to put me on medication, send me some kind of boys' school, send me somewhere. I wouldn't have had a chance. You understand what I'm saying? That's what Gary was. That's the beauty of it. You know, I had a teacher, she was ninth grade English. I was 10th grade, repeating ninth grade English. But she used to allow me to come to class. I was so smart, but I hated, it was the last period of class. I don't want to be in school last period. I'm leaving, right? She would incentivize me if I came to class. She would give me the last 15 minutes of class to basically do stand-up. So I would tell stories, crack jokes. A lot of my confidence came from situations like that. Even when I started getting in trouble, people would always tell me I had a brilliant mind to fall back on, and they pray I get over whatever I'm going through. So that's what Gary was. Gary was philanthropy. If you know anybody from Gary, we kind people, we giving people, right? And I hate how when you meet people and they, oh man, you Gary folks is, the white man has told you that, right? The white man told you that because you had a white school teacher and you had to get bused to Decatur Central. He told you was better than us. But at the end of the day, we all Black. We all Black. If a motherfucker got a problem with a Black person, I ain't gonna say, you know what, he from Indianapolis, he's a better version of Black than him. We all Black.